I was proposed to once. I cried. I think we all do. It was about 6 years in. We sat in a dusty basement with pieces of our lives scattered around us like broken memoirs of our struggles. There was no ring. There was no fancy dinner or audience. That's okay, I think, isn't it? It was okay for me. It was perfect. Just me staring down into his eyes, a bent knee as tradition dictates. He said I could tell everyone. I didn't. Only a few. Why? Was I ashamed? No. No, I was not. It was my moment, so precious to me I didn't know how to explain it, so perfect that I didn't want other people's opinions to sully or step on it. It was a quiet moment, covered in a thick cloud of just love and devotion. We talked about kids, family, life, eternity, but nothing really compares to that single moment, where you lose your breath and it becomes real. You become his and he becomes yours. I knew it would come. I couldn't have prepared for it. I couldn't breathe. I didn't think I'd be the one to cry. Most of us do, don't we? I didn't think I would. They did. And that's okay, right? I think it's okay. More than okay. I think that moment will haunt me for the rest of my life. I never wanted a ring. Give me a string and your name. Give me your passion and your time. Give me a promise and a kiss. Seal it with a hand in mine. I was convinced of my warrior. I was convinced of his conviction. I was convinced that if we died and were born again, he'd find me. He'd find me in eternity of hells and heavens. He'd find me in the stars. He'd find me if we were reborn, sitting on the docks and our toy boats bump into each other. I thought, no, I knew he would find me. Wherever I went, I just knew I'd wait for him. I'd sit at the pier day after day, not sure why, staring into the water with my feet dangling just below the weathered wood, toes dipping gently into the water as a man's reflection came into view. He wouldn't know my name. I wouldn't know his. But we'd know each other's souls right away. It'd be undeniable. That's what movies teach us, right? Storybooks and fairy tales. Fantasy. High fantasy. That moment when the man reaches into the fires and pulls out the remnants of your life. And I would be right there with him, clasping hands as our other arms burned just so we could reach each other once more. That's how I wanted it, right? That's okay, isn't it? I thought it was. I don't care what people think, the stories they heard, the visions they saw. It was mine and all I had, all I really wanted. I thought I'd found it. I thought I'd show all my friends that they were wrong about love. For a while they thought I did. For a time, I thought I had. That night his hair smelt of regret. His decisions sounded like shattering glass. Shattering glass on a barren landscape where he left me as he walked back to his campfire, a single sword in hand. A belief that I was a fighter and that I was strong. A belief that I was better than any man and I would survive because the world is a plague and I am a vaccine. And that's okay, isn't it? I thought it was. I'm not sure where the story goes from here. It seemed so simple when this started. I thought the ending was clear-cut and I was just venting the frustrations of a memory that tears into my heart. I have nothing to say. From beginning to start, I suppose many ends are unsatisfactory. This is mine.